Hey guys, so Carly and I are on a big road trip today, about 3 kilometres up the road or something. So we've just been to the grain store. We've picked up some stuff for a farmer. This guy is actually a primary producer, but you know, it's more than just hay they need. Sometimes his cattle aren't producing milk as they should, probably because the feed's not all that great. So he's having to raise a few calves and put them on developer and different pallets and things like that. And so I heard about that and I thought, well, yeah, that's the expense that farmers don't really want to have. So I contacted Carly and said, hey, about we use some of this money. And look, at the end of the day, we're probably not spending enough to save his farm, but it's going to take the sting out a little bit for him, and hopefully, I don't know, just helps him feel less alone.
And it also like shows that there's a community behind him, you know, that want to help out. Everyone that donated wants to help in the current situation. And if you're not around like this area to be able to physically help people, you know, giving donations so that we can do this is huge, and it's greatly appreciated. So yeah, I
think it's more the emotional sense of help. The other thing is his wife's just had surgery, so she's off her feet for quite a few weeks. So now he's trying to run everything on his own. So in some ways, just doing a shop run for him is probably helpful. And we've also, because Carly's got a soft spot for dogs, we've chucked some treats in there for his dog as well.
I had to get the doggy treats.
So.
And can we explain Stitch?
Oh, okay. So Stitch is because we don't have a proper film crew. So when I'm getting some nice shots of the ute travelling down the road to, you know, to drop off this care package, I suppose you call it. Obviously, the seat where I am is going to be empty, and it won't look very genuine. It'll look like, because people are going to realise that I'm just doing the filming. So Stitch will replace me in the front seat, and hopefully you guys won't notice, and it'll be cool. So it'll look very professional outfit. I've even got a stunt double. So I noticed a lot of people had this sort of like, oh, you know, hobby farmers, like it's just a hobby, why help hobbies? And sometimes that's true, but there is this in-between kind of hobby farmers where their hobby isn't really just a hobby. It is...
They live off it?
Yeah, well, they don't... Quite often they'll have another income, might even not be their primary income on the farm. But then you get like retired people, and that's...
Oh, and they've put their super into their farms.
And it sort of helps supplement their retirement. So it is a part of them making a living. In my particular case, we run a farm stay, so we get all these people come from Melbourne and things. So the farm is the business, but the animals they don't make us the money out of their produce. So hobby farmers, some of them are purely just hobby, where people just have like some pet sheep and a pet cow. Half the time it's a steer.
Or a goat.
You know. But also hobby farmers do rely, like it's not just a hobby, and probably need to make a different name for that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just thought that it was just worth talking about. And as it turns out today, we're helping a primary producer because we don't discriminate, Carly.
It's all-inclusive.
We're very all-inclusive. I should have brought that wig with it.
We could have got a rainbow tick for this.
And then obviously primary producers, you know, losing the farm, like that means that they're not just investing their money into that. Quite often they're looking for the future for their children. They want their children to take over from them. Hobby farmers, that can be true, but not quite as much. And then there's also quite often with primary producers, they've actually taken over from not just their father, but their grandfather, and even runs back further in the family. And if they feel like they're losing the farm, keep going. They get the sense that they're not only failing their children, but they failed, you know, their fathers before them. And so, you know, there's just a lot to take in with that I think if you're not a farmer or you don't know a farmer, you mightn't see that aspect.
I've seen so many people comment and say, "Why they just sell? Why wouldn't you just sell?"
Yeah,
and it's like sometimes that land has been in that family for centuries.
Yeah.
And there's an emotional connection there with the family. They might even have their family buried on that land.
Yeah, actually, yes.
That's like, that's how they did it back in the days.
They've been breeding genes of particular cattle or sheep or whatever it is they're dealing with, and that goes back not just animal generations, but generations of the family as well.
Yeah.
That they've been working on this.
It's not just land. I think that's what it comes down to.
It's not. It is your life, and it's not even just yours. It's your future and your past. Family.
And what you've like worked for your whole life. That's where I hate this this capital gains tax and all that sort of stuff. It's just these farmers are being attacked left, right, and centre. It's just not fair.
Yeah. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories around that stuff, and I've got to say, like,
it's starting to look pretty
non-conspiratory. It looks pretty damning.
Isn't it only a conspiracy theory for like 3 years and then it's real?
I thought it was weeks.
Sometimes. Oh, I thought, okay.
It just depends, because some of them aren't real.
Some of them definitely aren't real.
And you've got to be careful with this stuff. I think sometimes you can look at evidence and you can come up with a conclusion, and people go, well, that's absolutely it then.
I think it's better just to live in the now and do what you can now and not worry too much about.
I think it's good to look at these things.
Yeah.
And sort of go, well, maybe.
Know that there could be some kind of agenda happening here.
And it doesn't really change the fight, because really the fight is trying to help farmers keep on their land.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it and I don't even know if it's much of a conspiracy, but I think the 30-30 agenda's got something to do with trying to get farmers off the land. But that's not a conspiracy. No. That's a true agenda.
Yeah.
But are they using these taxes and stuff to try and get farmers off the land so they can buy the land for 30-30? All that sort of stuff. Well, I think the evidence suggests maybe, at least,
there's something going on.
But I'm not going to sit back and go, that's it. Because I also think some of those politicians are just stupid and do dumb things.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of incompetence as well.
Yeah.
Especially after watching the budget estimates. Oh my God, those ministers have no idea what they're even talking about. Their own portfolios, and they've got no idea what they're even talking about.
We should get David Limbrick on to do some takedown videos.
We should.
On their budget estimates.
I love takedown videos.
You're going to turn here, yep. Yeah, so that one was, so you got rid of me for an episode, which was awesome, because...
And then you got sick.
And then I got sick, so we're a day late. But I mean, that's good, because it's proved to be a very popular episode, that one. So
I think it's because the guy that I attacked, I didn't realise that he was, like, I don't care. I really don't care about what I said, because it was all true. Like, if you advocate for this park, you're the enemy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the gloves are on.
Yeah. But apparently he's like some, person we should be trying to work with, not against. We're at the point now where if you're advocating for this park, and he's in that book and everything, like, it's not like he's just some poor bloke that they got on that has no idea what he's trying to do.
I mean, look, if we can get him on side and get him to see our point of view...
Well, he's obviously not going to. When it's been this long, like, that's just... I'm just sick of trying to, if people...
Is it... Yeah, Topher says, you're not the idiot whisperer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of, trying to turn people's opinions around. If you're dumb enough to advocate for this stupid thing and not give a shit about anyone around you or anyone that lives in that area, even though you live on the boundaries of that area, like, it blows my mind. But if you don't care enough about other people, I don't care about you. Sorry.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Like, even Woods Point Hotel were really upset. They know him, and they're like, how is this going to bring more tourists?
Well, see if he'll come on for a debate.
No, thanks.
Don't ever
like
want to
I
talk.
said, I'm not the idiot whisperer.
And debating's not just as easy as having your information. It's
I don't think I'd be able to debate. I think I would just, like, lose my shit just really hard. Just like...
Your beard doesn't impress me.
Shut up, beard man.
Keep going.
Keep going?
Yep. That's his house right there. Yeah, so these are some of the calves. These guys are on pallets because their mothers haven't been producing much for them. So he's brought them in here to put them on the pallets. So he's got a feed trough here. And
it's empty.
It is currently, but we'll give him something to fill it up with.
We will. Cuties.
You see one of them's still a bit skinny. He must have only come in recently.
Oh, you are so skinny. Oh, he's coming up. Hello.
Yeah, they're probably hoping for more pallets.
I've got a car full of them. Hello, baby. I got some stuff for you too. We got some biggies for you. Look at all these biggies. Hey. Oh, you're very gentle.
Yeah, he's been trained to be gentle.
You're going somewhere else to have it, are you?
Yeah.
Coming? Oh, yeah, that's what you all know.
Maybe a little bit thicker than that. That's it.
Tim wants to get his camera shot, so Stitch, put your seatbelt on. I don't want to get done by the cops. There you go. Let's go. You're a lot quieter than Tim. I kind of like it. Oh, that's a big hole. Hold on, Stitch. Time out. Woo. Bye, milk cows. He didn't have his hat on.
You stopped.
Oh, was I supposed to keep going?
Yeah, you're supposed to keep going, then I stop recording, then you've got to come all the way back for me.
Ah!
I want to do it at the bridge, drop me off at the bridge.
Alright, we'll do it again. Right, take 2, Stitch. Let's go. Turn that on because I think this is going to be funny. You see, Stitch, right now Tim would be yelling at me, telling me off for driving like a hoon, but you don't say a thing. I like it.
That's brilliant because you can't even see Stitch. So we're on our way back. How you feel, Carly?
I feel good. I like that we helped the little baby calves.
Yeah, so obviously you'll do all the editing and you guys will see the calves and stuff, but look, thank you everyone who's donated so far. And look, if you're in need, reach out. We will keep who you are personally private.
Yeah. Just like we have in this video, we haven't disclosed where we've been or who we've delivered to.
Yeah, we'll just tell you the region. That's basically somewhere around Alexandra.
And it's not charity, it is gifts.
Sounds like charity.
It's not charity. It's not. It's just people wanting to help out.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're all over the state and all over the country. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, in the end, we didn't see the boss man, but we saw the boss woman.
The boss woman, yep.
And
poor thing after surgery.
Yeah, so she came out because she saw us wandering around the place and wanted to know who's looking around, getting videos.
Hooligans.
Because the boss man didn't tell the boss woman that we were coming.
That's the way it goes.
But yeah, she seemed really.
She was happy.
She was very happy just to have that little bit of help. And like I said, it's not like what we're doing is the difference between making and breaking the farm for. What it is an uplifting feeling, I suppose, of, hey, you know
community.
What, someone's helping out, and maybe we don't make or break the farm, but at some point there is that straw, and possibly, like, maybe we are the straw that just makes it possible for them to get through.
Maybe that, yeah, well,
so you just don't know.
That 4 bags.
Well, it was 4, 5, 6 bags.
6 bags, and
some help with the chook pallets as well.
Oh, yeah,
felt like.
pallets.
And then because Carly's Carly, some dog biscuits for the dog. Just to wrap up.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
thank you so much. I feel so much better being able to help and actually do something proactive. See, I told you he yelled at me.
Well, people fly through.
I know. No, he was it's nice to be able to actually do something proactive instead of just being like, oh, we need to be doing this, we need to be doing that. To be able to actually get out here and you know, make a difference on the ground, even if it is just small, that it helps my heart. So
yeah, it's a bit like those clean-up days.
Yeah.
But with this, you get to meet the person who really appreciates it.
Yeah.
And that's just a little bit different in that sense.
And the animals. I like the animals.
So yeah, I guess look, like, comment, subscribe, because I've got to say all that stuff.
Got to say that.
I can't remember what episode we're up to, so we're just up to it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Must be 13 or are we 14? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, look, and don't let the green fool you guys. It's very short grass, you know, and late in the season, you know, you're not going to be cutting hay out of this grow.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, at least it's getting a tiny bit green, and Tim's like, no, that doesn't help at all, because...
Well, it helps a little bit, mainly with sheep, I suppose. They'll nibble at that.
Okay.
But it's not, you know, it's...
It's not going to save the season for these people.
Yeah, it's not overly exciting, I suppose. It's better than dust.
Yeah.
And we know the guys, there are people in Victoria that are still just dealing with
dust. Poor buggers. So if you need help, please contact us. We can chat and see what you need, and anywhere in Victoria. Oh yeah, that way. Anywhere in Victoria. We don't mind how far we've got to travel.
As long as someone can put in for fuel.
Well, we've got the money. We've got
the money does. Okay, yeah.
The GoFundMe for fuel. So
sweet. All right. See, I've been in bed for a couple of days, so I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Hang in there.